A deadline day move that looks simple on paper is actually a strategic jolt across 3 countries. Álex Jiménez, a product of Real Madrid's famed La Fábrica, who later moved to AC Milan, has signed for AFC Bournemouth on an initial loan that carries a conditional obligation to buy. And that structure could trigger a fee in the region of euros 20 million, a number that instantly reframes what this transfer means for player, seller and buyer alike. AFC Bournemouth announced the deal as a smart, immediate reinforcement for a side that lost key defensive options this summer, while AC Milan confirmed the loan and the obligation to buy structure in their official statement, making it clear this is far more than a temporary fix. For the young Spaniard, this is the kind of moment careers are made of. Jiménez climbed through Real Madrid's youth ranks, La Fábrica, before moving to Milan in a deal that itself included carefully negotiated clauses. And now the Premier League offers a very public proving ground. He arrives at Bournemouth to compete in a league where pace, intensity and tactical adaptability are tested every week. The Cherries are hoping his versatility, able to play as a full-back, wing-back or even further forward, will plug the gap left by departures and give their manager an immediate tactical option. His path from Castilla to Milan and now to the English top flight underlines how modern talent development often moves via a chain of loans, buybacks and conditional transfers designed to balance sporting intent with financial protection. But the real intrigue is in the small print. Reports and club breakdowns indicate that the Bournemouth deal contains conditions that, if met, will make the transfer permanent and could see the overall price approach the euros 20 million mark. That structure lets Bournemouth minimise short-term risk while giving Milan a clear route to monetise the asset. At the same time, Real Madrid's previous agreement when selling the player included timed buyback mechanisms, meaning the Bernabéu club retains options and influence over Jiménez's future. Those layered clauses, loan fee, conditional obligation, possible buyback triggers, are the same levers clubs have been using to protect youth investments and generate future windfalls. In short, a single move could reshape books and lineups alike. On the field, the pressure will be immediate. Bournemouth need consistency and strength on the flanks. Jiménez's strengths, quick recovery speed, direct overlapping runs and an eye for progressive passing suit the Premier League's demands, but adaptation matters. The pace of matches, refereeing decisions and the physical calendar will test his maturation. If he seizes this chance and racks up starts, the obligation to buy could trigger quickly and a permanent transfer would follow, validating Milan's decision to loan him out and potentially activating clauses that involve Real Madrid's earlier exit strategy. If he struggles, Bournemouth could be left having to decide whether a forced purchase fits their squad plan. The human story, a 20-something player's dream of establishing himself in England, sits under all this boardroom jest. For AC Milan, the calculus is straightforward: develop or flip. Develop or flip. Milan signed him permanently from Real for a modest fee previously, then gave him minutes and exposure. Now they can monetize his progress if Bournemouth are obliged to buy. For Real Madrid, retaining buyback provisions has been a recurring strategy to manage talent flow while keeping future options open. If they wanted to, they could theoretically re-enter the picture depending on timing and clauses. For Bournemouth, the deal is a gamble that buys immediate quality, while leveraging conditional language to protect short-term finances. When transfers like this land on deadline day, they look like neat puzzle pieces, until you open them and find they're actually multi-layered levers that shift power and profit across clubs. At the centre of this is Álex Jiménez, a player with raw pace and technical polish who has already experienced life in Spain, Italy and now England. This loan is his audition on the biggest domestic stage. One season of regular Premier League minutes could turn him from a promising academy graduate into a high-value asset and shift transfer narratives for years. For viewers and fans, the headline is immediate. A former Real Madrid youngster joins the Premier League. But the subtext is the quiet, clever business of modern football, where loans, obligations and buyback clauses are the real currency. Watch how Jiménez performs, because what he does on the pitch this season could trigger payments, clauses and decisions that echo through the accounts and tactics rooms of 3 major clubs.